Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Dark Deception, where we now get to kiss whatever the hell this is. Mwah. I'm sure that's how working through these work.
Reeks of desperation, don't you think?
Yeah, it's
You'll
consistent.
just have to scare it off. Stare into its eyes and convince it that you're the bigger monster. Trust me, it works. Just ask my late husband. Go to the ring altar.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Quick, Phil, think up a joke in the intermediary between this bit and the next bit. Right. Primal fear. I want to upgrade this a bit, but I also want to upgrade my run a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my run by 1, and then I'm gonna upgrade that as well a little bit, just so that it's a bit more useful to me. Okie dokie. Let's have it instead of the teleportation. Let's see what this does. Can I induce primal fear on you? No. No surprises there then. Right-ho. Let's wait for it to regenerate. Good, that'll give me more time to think of a joke. Right. Look into its eyes and convince it that you... What is it even doing? Is it like sharpening its sword? Yes, I am the real monster, because I'm that person that doesn't put the new toilet roll on the toilet roll holder. I put it next to the toilet roll holder. I know. Terrible. Moving swiftly on. Let's see what we have in here. Is that a bullet coming out of his brain or a hat? Crazy carnival. Carnival. You get the idea.
Ah, the circus. Those were pretty popular in my day. Such talent and showmanship. As a girl, the performers never failed to fill me with wonder. Watching them, I wanted to become a star, too. Now children just sit around and what? Watch others play video games.
Oh, don't you dare insult my audience like that, madam. I mean, they probably don't care because, you know, why would they? Check if we can get away with anything. But, cut that out. Yeah, I can't afford that kind of heat. Good thing I don't have an audience, or I'd get in trouble for saying stuff like that, wouldn't I? Dear, price one soul. Yes, indeed. About £4.50, I think. Oh, what? This isn't the guess the price of the soul competition? Oh. That's not safe speed driving. That's very, very naughty. Is that clownophobia? I don't really have clownophobia, but I do just think that clowns are not very nice. Not very fun. But to each their own. I like the scaling. They've kind of scaled everything up a little bit in order to make you feel smaller. Because her insults definitely weren't doing that.
I think they're inviting you in. Ready for the big top?
Yeah, I've been seeing a big top this entire game, madam. As you full well know. But, let's see what we can get on the this. Can I have the hammer? Yes, I can. Let us wallop this.
You know you want to. Live a little. Oh, wow. You actually did it. I may have underestimated how little you consider the consequences of your actions.
I'm so gonna die now. Whoa. That's a heck of some driving. Use your primal fear to escape. Okay, that solved one problem, but it didn't solve the bars.
You seem to be far luckier here in this
bars.
world.
Yeah, than I was in the last one. And, depressingly only because of you, madam. Right, am I going in here? I think so. Wow.
Well, this is all a bit surreal.
Oh, I was talking about you changing up the environments, but I didn't think you were going to do it this much. Nice. Whee! Oh great, you're back again, just here to spoil my fun. Oh gosh, I'm going to end up with a very sore bum at the end of this, aren't I? And not for the normal reasons that people have. Let's not go there.
What an unusual nightmare. What's your connection to this place?
Oh, wow. Probably from playing too many video games with a Joker in them, I expect. So is this going to be like an area full of traps? And like things that are very easy to fall off of? Because that would be a lovely sort of development of what we've had before. Despite the fact that I'm standing on this turning thing and I'm not turning with it, which is a bit bizarre. Can I go through here? Is it like a portal? Yes. Okay, so there's like different portals that link you up to different places in order to allow you better transportation links. Because hey, we might be in hell, but we don't want to be late to all of our hellish business appointments. Interesting. So is there going to be an actual enemy here of some form? Because I see a red dot on the map. Yes, which is that power pellet thing there. But whoa, what the hell was that? Enemies revealed. Well, not really, because they still haven't revealed themselves to me. Okay, so there must be some enemies on this level somewhere. Just have to kind of find them. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Enough with just the giant pulsating reptilian eyeballs. Okay, so there's like some jack-in-the-boxes, which seem to jump out and assault occasionally. Yep, like that. Okay, there's a big red triangle there, and assuming that that isn't like a replacement of the power pellet. No, it can't be because it's just moved. That must be one of the enemies. So there is something around here, and it's standing right on top of a shard, so I'm going to have to examine what it is. Oh, it's the little car. Interesting. So possibly the little car is going to have those little miniature demon clowns jump out of it, like back in the big tent, and then I'm going to need to use my primal fear in order to drive them away. Interesting. Nice to have a new power that's about driving people away rather than just about getting away, because the teleportation and the you're still there, that's going to cause me problems. I'll come back for that shard later. Because the teleportation and the dash are useful for escaping, and the telepathy is useful for avoiding the enemies, like strategically. But it's nice to have like an aggressive, like an offensive power instead of a defensive power, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't just mean it tells terrible jokes at the Christmas party. I don't mean offensive in that way. Right. Interesting to have a really like open level this time around, because all the others have been very like constricted and corridor based. And while this is maintaining the corridor based map layout, it's innovating, which is lovely. Lovely to see that. I always like it when a game can innovate a lot. Because it is very difficult if you're not going to base it really heavily on story, which obviously, I mean, this game has a degree of story in it, but it's not basing it too heavily on that. It's mostly about playing with the core mechanics. I think it's ejaculating. Multiplicity? Multiplying, I agree with. I think it's doing that. I don't think it's doing much else, though. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened. I think I may have turned into a David Attenborough documentary and started observing the practices. Oh my giddy aunt, there's more levels down there. I don't look forward to doing those. Again, just like in the last one, I feel like the enemy is supposed to be moving a lot and being quite mobile, but isn't, for some bizarre, broken reason. Like, what is the point of these enemy stunning power pellets if the enemies don't actually get moving? You know, it's like, it's just a little bit pointless. Little bit pointless. Okay, the shard is literally inside it. Okay, these things are not dangerous. Again with this. Can I use this to hurt it at all? Not really, no. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh, I'm not even going to try and analyse and understand what the hell is going on. I am just going to collect the rest of these shards, worry about the loudness of that music. Okay, I think that's more to do with those jack-in-the-boxes than the car. Okay, where to now? Is there like some sort of lift I'm supposed to take in order to get down to this lower level, or am I just supposed to like jump off? Because it's not directing me, there's no little indicator on my map to give me a clue about where I should go next. So let me look and see if I can find like a lift. I mean, presumably in like a relatively central location. No, not a baldies. I can't just fall off either. I can't fall off the world. So there must be some mode of transportation that I can take and make use of.
Can't find more soldiers. Why don't you ask the monster? Maybe it's seen some.
Crying out loud. You're the one that provided me with this GPS. It's not my fault if the accursed thing doesn't work properly. Right, unless when I went through this thing, it took me to a different level. I thought it was just taking me to a different X-plane. I didn't think it would change my Y. I don't know why I'm communicating in mathematical terminology. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of maths recently. It's starting to break my brain a bit. Yeah. I have a bad feeling I've completely broken the game. Again. Can I get the car to kill me? Yeah, that's right. Move a bit. Move a bit. It's kind of got like stuck in here. Let me see if I can like drive it out of it. Like push it out. Yeah, I's broken the game entirely. To like push it and drive out of its currently stuck area. Okay, so that can be used to stun the bad guy.
Can't find any soldiers. Listen for the screams.
Ooh, here we are. Okay, I think I've got myself... Yes, okay, right, there was a portal right at the end of the level. Which allowed me to move. Right, I feel like... Yeah, I feel like I'm on the brink of death. As always. But I don't feel like you're dangerous. You're just sitting on a shard that I desperately need, and if only you'd get out of the way I could get it. Thank you very much. Nice to meet a considerate driver for once. Wow. I am sorry. I apologise that I am not representing the game in its best light. Which is often due to me just being so stupid that I physically can't demonstrate the game. But it seems like the game might be a little tiny bit broken. Which obviously, you know, it is a work in progress to the extent that it's like an episodic thing. So, obviously it's not fully, complete. So, some little bugs are to be expected. I think the enemy freezing, which makes them, like, completely, you know, not dangerous anymore, is the kind of bug you'd think would have been noticed earlier. But never mind. At least I've noticed it, if nobody else is. At least it has been noticed, I suppose. Something to be grateful for. Righty-ho. Let me get the last of these 16, and then we'll see if there's another zone. Because it doesn't say collect all the shards in zone 1, it just says collect all the shards. So I'm wondering whether this... I expect this level will have multiple zones. Oh. Hello. Little friends with many little fingers. May I help you with something? Okay, so I can't kill them, but I can stun them. Again. The game's a bit broken. Never mind. I'm being presented with a game that's very hard to lose at. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to get on with it. You know, I expect this level will have multiple zones, but I think they're going to be more like dramatic changes. Not like, here's one half of the manor and then here's the other half of the manor, or here's one half of the sewer and then the other. I imagine it might be a bit more like Deadly Decadence, where we had the inside of the manor and then the maze. You know, two completely different areas with differing mechanics. Of course you're sitting on the very last shard. Of course you are. Never mind. Oh, he's gone again. Interesting. Now it's all gone quiet. So you telling me to go through... You are telling me to go through that portal, aren't you? Yeah, because that's curving around. It's pointed at as I move. Yeah, okay, so that's the portal I think I came through to come down to this lower level. So I reckon that will take me up to the higher level. Yes, enter the unlocked portal. That, I reckon, will take me into the next area. What? Not yet. Oh, I don't know why I keep trying to click on that. You click on that at the end of the level, Phil. Not the middle. Oh, goodness. Well, this is a predicament, isn't it? What? Plates of... I have, haven't I? Have I not? Okay, I guess there is yet more. Oh, I'm having... I ain't staying in there. I ain't staying in there. It's gonna get sanitized with a flamethrower. Let me try going through that. Oh, yummy-licious. Into the fun house. Can I get on the little car? No. Okay. Can I go through the big door? No. Oh dear, I think this may have been a bit of an error in my strategic thinking. Sorry about that. I'm going to go back now. No, I'm not, because I can't go back. Can I push the car forward? No. Can I use my primal fear to help the situation? No. Well, fiddlesticks. This is a problem. I don't know what the hell to do. Marvellous. I cannot figure out how the hell you get through this. There's nothing I can interact with. None of my powers are doing anything. I can't get onto here. I can't get onto this thing. Whatever the hell you want to call it. I can't move it. I can't move it forwards. I can't move it backwards. I can't go back through the portal. I can't get this door to open. I have absolutely no idea what it is I'm supposed to be doing. Which means I'm going to have to restart. And I'm pretty sure restart doesn't mean last checkpoint, does it? No. No, it doesn't. Great. 23 minutes and 22 seconds well spent. Give us a bit of time, we'll get us back to where we were. It's taken far longer than I care to admit, and it involved a heck of a lot more dying to traps that I got too cocky on than I care to admit. But we're back here. So let's give this another try. That's the wrong button. I shouldn't be using that. I should be... Okay, I was going to say I should use my primal fear, but I actually am pressing 1 and 2 and none of my powers are changing, so... I still want that. We'll leave everything else, and this time I'm not going to go into the portal. I'm just going to wait and see what comes after the portal. Oh, nothing. Nothing comes after the portal. Which means I had to go through here. Which means I didn't make a mistake at this point. Which means I'm back here again. And I still have no freaking clue how I am supposed to progress. Wonderful.
Are you prone to motion sickness? I hope not, because there's plenty more of this here.
I don't care that it doesn't make any sense. I'm just grateful that we are making progress. Spooky-licious. Well, not spooky really, more just like vomit-inducing if you happen to be affected by all of this. Oh look, a roller coaster ride with lots of spooky clowns in it. Goodness, this reminds me of East Coast Nightmares, apart from the fact that this is done effectively. Let's not get into that. That is a story, well, that's already been told, and I don't want to tell again, because it involves an awful lot of moaning and whining about stuff. Nice. Well, they're not really optical illusions, but sort of optical trickery. It's quite fun. Also like the odd blend of cutscene and not cutscene, in the sense that I'm in a fixed position and I've got the sort of the film screen bars around the camera, but I can still look in the directions that I want to. Interesting. Right. Anyway, into the fun house, which I'm sure is going to be so fun.
What's black and white?
Not be hellish.
I'd start running before you find out.
A murdered mime? That isn't the oldest joke in the book. Oh no, 220. Well, at least they're slightly closer together. Hang on. Black and white. What, like that big spider? Oh. Like them. I'm guessing they're going to be red because they're going to be covered in my blood, probably. Right-ho. Big golden bunny rabbit. I don't think that's deadly, but frankly in this game I wouldn't put it past it. I also noticed, which I didn't pick up on before, there are cannons here, aren't there? Yes there are. I'm just gonna run through these. There's lots of references to past enemies in here. Like there's little ducks, there's little sort of plush toys of the little demon girl from Elementary Horror. And there's lots of little plushes of the monkeys as well. I didn't mean to press that, I wanted to teleport. But never mind. So you know what I think the problem with the teleport is it doesn't actually physically teleport you, it just moves you forward. So it doesn't like pick you up and put you down at a later place, it just moves you forward instantly, which is why I think I was always dying in Deadly Decadence to... Is there a train here? No, okay. I thought this was going to have like a train whizzing around in it, and if I stayed here too long I was going to die to it. Because that seems like the kind of thing that would be in this level. But yeah, I think because the teleport actually just physically moves you forward, I think that's why you can't use it to go through doors or walls, and why it was always killing me Deadly Decadence, because if you move forward, while looking at an enemy of course, you walk into him, which means he kills you. Or potentially it was just moving me behind the enemy, but because I was looking at the enemy and then moved behind him, I was no longer looking at the enemy, which gave him enough time in order to kill me. Anyway, Deadly Decadence was ages ago for you, but like, it was last night for me, so I apologise that I am still rabbiting on about it. But still no particularly serious enemies to deal with. I ain't complaining. I ain't complaining. And despite the clown cars not really seeming to work properly in the last level, I still managed to die a lot. But that was just because I thought, yeah, I can get through that gap, when no, of course, in reality, I couldn't.
You seem to really enjoy pain, don't you?
There is a train going now.
What's black and white and red all over?
And it will kill you if you stay there long enough. Turns out I'm better at predicting how this game works than I give myself credit for. Oh boy, if only I could say the same thing about my ability to survive it. Never mind, give me a bit of time and I will change my abilities back to what they need to be. And set that thing off too early, which means they don't actually get affected by it, but never mind. Who actually needs to defeat the enemies when you can just, like, you know, make a moron of yourself on the internet? Right, I really don't think I should be back on this track, given after what happened last time, but, especially since I'm going the opposite way round, I think, to the way that I was before, which means I'm going to be, heading directly towards him, so maybe I should go a different path. Just maybe. It's just a theory. It's just I missed one, didn't I? No, I didn't. There's just a purple dot on the map, even though there isn't a shard there. Hi, friends. Okay, it has a range. It has a range which is shorter than its visual pulse goes to. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay then. Let's have a wee little jump cut while I make a bit more progress in collecting up all these shards.
Try laughing the pain away. Maybe that'll help.
Well, it got me through my teenage years, so what do I expect?
What's black and white?
I expect it will work here as well.
I'd start running before you find out.
Oh dear. They're quite quiet. For being laughing little clowns, they are quite quiet.
Oh, that's not funny. That's not funny at all.
No, it's just me being a moron.
What's black and white and red all over? I'd start
That would have
running before you find out.
Crying out loud. That would have been a better clip to play after the 6-second review of the channel that I put in the last outtakes video. That would have worked better, but this game is too good for outtakes, so we're just gonna leave it in. Anyway. Whoa. This is cool. Freaky but cool. I think it's meant to be like a room of mirrors, except the doorways don't have any mirrors in them, which, you know, like, prevents it from having the whole maze-like walking into walls effect that, of course, you get with also mirrors. But never mind. Again, the game might not be as difficult as I think the developers are intending it to be, but that's not going to make me feel, oh, guys, I'm stuck again.
Oh, that's not funny. That's not funny at all.
Once one of them spots you, they will know your location.
What's black and white and red all over?
That would explain how they ended up on both ends of a corridor. Man, I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens, because the corridors are so narrow that you can't get away from them. I think they're another line of sight enemy. What was I talking about? I have no idea. It's completely gone out of my brain, over that I apologise, but there's very little space in there, so we have to be very economical with what we put there. Again, with there being random purple dots on the map that don't actually correspond to real shards. What were the chances? Somebody run a regression model. What were the chances that when I ran away from that clown, that the cannon would just explode at the worst possible moment? Yes, it would. Again, a good review of the channel. Crying out loud. Just fire off a power that stuns them, but then it doesn't actually stun them. And then I run into another frickin' dead end. Sheesh. Okay, now we're in the ball pit. Wait, and how the hell precisely am I? Oh, I have to go around the sides. Seriously. Seriously. Seriously? You're making me do this? This is the thing that you are making me do, game? Really? Okay, fine. Right. I am getting seriously worried. Not because of the horrific nature of the game or anything. Just simply because there are now a good half-dozen shards, which the proximity indicator and the map indicate are there, but physically are not visible, and when I move up to them and walk through them, they aren't then picked up. So I am quite worried that when I get to the end, it's going to say, you haven't collected all of the shards, when in reality I have. So I'm quite worried about that, because I really don't think... See there, look, you can see ones right here, and right here, and over there. You can see there are ones. And just dying to one of these little dudes isn't going to be enough to sort them out.
That's not funny at all.
Because each time I have died, that problem hasn't been fixed.
What's black
Which
and
means I'm
white
probably going to have to
carnival?
restart
I'd start running before you find out.
again.
Ooh, didn't see that coming, did ya?
I was literally just about to open my big flapping pie
What's
hole
black and white and red all over?
and
I'd start
say,
running before you
hey,
find out.
you want to know this cool thing I found? I found there's like little alcoves at certain intervals in the train tracks which allow you to dodge into, which you can use if... No, there aren't shards there. Which is making it really freaking difficult, never mind.
It would be funny if it wasn't so sad.
Yeah, it's little alcoves. It means basically you
What's
don't have to
black
worry
and
about the
white
car,
and red all
because you
over?
don't have to escape
start
to an
running
exit.
before you
You
find
can
out.
just... You can just get into one of the little alcoves. But then, of course, Phil couldn't get into an alcove because Phil was just tempting fate. Like always. Stupid Phil. Don't be like Phil. Learn from my dreadful example, please, I beg of you.
Ouch! Maybe you just need a better sense of humor.
Maybe I just need a proximity
What's black and
indicator
white
which
and red
isn't
all over?
following
I'd start running before
shards
you find
that have already been picked up and was only directing me to the ones I haven't picked up. Then maybe I'd stop going in the wrong freaking directions. Oh,
out. Try laughing
just
the pain away. Maybe that'll help.
take one of those massive cannibals and shove it up your backside, because at this point I
What's
just
black
frankly
and
don't
white?
care. I'm a bit sick of the freaking bugs in
I'd
this
start running
game.
before you find out.
Just when I thought my own stupidity knew no bounds. Turns out you're actually even stupider than you thought, Phil. Oh, it wasn't a bug. It wasn't a bug. The whole time it wasn't a bug. It was just a separate elevation. I mean, it would have been lovely if this thing in my hand here might have mentioned that. Is that... They're going to be upstairs somewhere, aren't they? They're not down there, I don't think. Okay, right. Let me just double check that I've got everything out of this area, and then we can go back upstairs. Because it says there's one here, but I'm guessing that's upstairs. So if there's nothing here at the end, which there isn't, then that means I've got all the ones on this lower floor, which is going to fix my proximity indicator and actually make it possible for me to continue playing this, which is nice. course you guys are in here. Of course you are.
That's it. Now get to the ring piece.
Oh, good. You again. I'm the slightest bit sick of dealing with that kid. Right, come on. Let's just have one tiny element of this be vaguely successful, please. Just one small modicum of success in this madness. Good. Yay! We got thing. Now things is gonna get worse. Hi, friend. Are you gonna be a problem or not? Maybe not. That's just an ink stain. That's not helpful at all. Again, nothing. Are you going to come out here and chase me? Seems not. You just wanted to say hello. Well, that was very gentle of you. Okay, I can't go in there. Even though it looks very interesting. I said that as soon as the light in a corridor. Never mind. Through here? Don't trust, but through here, I suppose. Maybe finally I can go home. No, just back into this for another session. Oh, good. Why am I moving so slowly? Why am I dragging my feet through the hiccupy floor? Now, I think I came from that direction. Welcome. Okay, they both say welcome. Okay, right, so it sounds like the welcome is the entrance. Because that wouldn't make any sense.
I've got you now, mortal. Here we
Hi
are,
again.
yet again. It's not going to go quite so well.
Oh yeah, we haven't done a boss fight, have we?
I'll finish you off here and take your soul. That said, seeing as you're so capable, let's up the ante a bit, shall we? I don't want to keep underestimating your luck.
It's the only thing fueling me through so far. Oh,
Keep 'em
really?
laughing while you die, won't you?
There's 4 of them. Right, have a what the? Okay, so you give me...
Maybe
What?
that'll help.
Oh, your trusty mallet can get you out in a pinch, but don't go on a rampage. Yes, Mike has mentioned that earlier, but never mind. So how do I use this to help me survive? So I can wallop people with the mallet. In a pinch, but I don't seem to be in a very pinching situation. Okay, so I can use the... Whoa. Gentlemen, calm down. You remember that anger management course we all had to go on? Yes, this is what they were talking about. Okay, so do I just have to wait for my primal fear to regenerate and then just use it to kill more of them? So I want to try and position myself right in the middle of them, so that I get like a maximum amount of dead clownitude. So that here maybe. And to get none of them. Marvelous. Oh dear. Again, I feel like the enemies are supposed to be moving, and yet they aren't. So I got like a broken copy of the game or something. Oh dear. I really want to kill someone with this mallet. But at the same time, I don't feel brave enough to do it, because this is going to take a long time. Just waiting for this to recharge, and I don't want to lose any more time than is absolutely necessary. Oh great. And now you're spawning more of them. Just when I started to get rid of them all, you go and spawn more of them. Marvellous. 2 of them have now smashed down and broken some buildings. These 2 around this side haven't. I don't know whether I need to maybe trigger them to do that somehow. Like that. I'm going to drilling to smash the buildings. I don't know whether that will help the situation. Guessing. Well, I have to guess my way through this entire game so far. Okay, and they're just spawning more of their little minions. Nothing to be concerned about. This does entertain me massively though, because this reminds me of numerous people on this site, but we won't get into that. Running towards them and hitting them with a primal fear didn't seem to do anything. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So I was beginning to wonder whether just killing the clowns and then just waiting was just going to take forever. So it seems I can give them all sore thumbs by just letting them smack down and then walloping them with a mallet, which is an interesting mechanic. Doesn't seem to do permanent damage. Maybe it's like a rule of what the hell are you doing up there, mate? Like a rule of 3 thing. I just have to keep hitting them for a while, and then eventually it works. Because there's not always a visual cue that you're making progress. Is what I learned from. Is what I learned from the gate at the end of Deadly. Yes, there we go. Okay, this game doesn't even have a rule of 2. This game seems to have. This game doesn't seem to have a rule of 3. It has a rule of 2. You do stuff twice. And again, I'm pretty convinced that these little gremlins are supposed to be running around in order to. Again, reminds me of people on this site. I think those little gremlins are supposed to be running around in order to make this more difficult. But they ain't. So. I don't know what to tell ya.
No! Impossible! Your suffering will be eternal!
No, because I'm just going to run away, mate. Just going to run away. Just going to think I'm going back to where I came from. Yes, hopefully. Yay? Yay! Oh, goodness. Yep, keeping that rock solid GPA. I've lost 19. That's a conservative estimate, my friend. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I never feel more like a knackered old man than I do at the end of many of these sessions. Good. If you'd put it back to the beginning again, I would have genuinely cried this time.
You're only delaying the inevitable, Pierce. You can't keep me out of your little pocket dimension forever.
Oh, is that where we are?
I'm coming to collect what is owed, and I'm bringing your worst nightmares with me.
I've already seen most of them.
Are both going to pay with interest.
Well, that's right, I'm an expert at calculating combat and interest.
You give her that green piece, and you're going to regret it.
Well, that's what you said at the beginning, and I haven't regretted any of them yet, despite the fact that I haven't had any positives come out of
More
them.
lies and empty threats. You expect him to trust you when you've tried to kill him at every turn?
Fair point.
Enjoy
Stuck between the
your
devil and the deep blue sea here.
Won't last.
What difference does it make? Bring the piece here, love.
I don't think I actually do have any choice, despite all the choice it seems to be presenting me with. I don't think I'm actually, you know, making a decision, because it seems like whenever I go back to the main foyer, that,
We're halfway there, love.
it just
four
gives her
pieces
the
to
thing.
go. Don't disappoint me now.
I'll try and all, but no promises. So what do we have here? A nurse, perhaps? Looks like a little sort of nurse's hat, and the plus. It's like a hospital symbol, as we've learned in West of Loathing. Yeah, so maybe like a Silent Hill? It was Silent Hill. The nurses are from Silent Hill, aren't they? I think they are. Yeah, but we'll find that out another time. Yes, you do.
I'm going to enjoy watching you suffer.
Just stroke your retina. I think you're drinking a bit too much, mate, with these veins you've got going on here. I'm glad there's more. Right, we shall carry on next time. Wow, I am so sorry for all of the bugs. well, all of the bugs. I'm so sorry that just most of the enemies just don't seem to be working properly, which is a bit bizarre. The enemies in the docks weren't working properly, and the clowns weren't working properly either. I don't know whether that's something I've done or just some inherent problem with the game. I assume it can't be with everyone, because that would be a really obvious thing that people would notice and would presumably get communicated back to the developer. But yeah. Anyways, that's enough of that for now, and for today, for me at least, because I need to rest, because this game takes a surprising amount out of you, so thank you very much for oh, hang on, didn't we have another secret? Didn't we find something extra? We still haven't found any of these, but yes, we have found this, which again, is adorable, and this, which is a very nice little, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, rogues gallery, I suppose, of all the different characters. And yeah, I think this changes depending on which chapter you're on to next. So I think when I clicked on this by accident, yeah, so we are halfway through the game then, but obviously we don't have all of the game because chapter 5 isn't here yet. But anyway, the carnival wasn't in chapter, or wasn't this picture, but that does look like a hospital. So I'm guessing that is what we have next. So anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.